I've spent 20 years in American broadcast journalism. 20 years. I've covered everything from messy political scandals to the one time a squirrel caused a 5-car traffic jam on the interstate. True story. I thought I knew how to run a newsroom. I thought I had seen it all. That was before Filipino English quietly, and I mean ninja-level quietly, took over my workplace. It started gradually. A few strange phrases sneaking their way onto the teleprompter. One day, instead of the usual dramatic breaking news, the script said, "We are back. Live, reporting from here." From where? I am literally standing right here, in the studio. Why am I reporting from here like it's some distant, mysterious location? I confronted my head copywriter, Taylor. He just frowned and pointed at Sam, our senior editor. Sam, in turn, blamed our junior writer, Chloe. And Chloe? She just shrugged her shoulders and said with total innocence, "Oh, that's how we wrote it at my last job." My editor was Filipino. I didn't really understand what that meant at the time. Oh, how naive I was. It was just the beginning. The next morning, I'm watching our own newscast, and scrolling across the bottom of the screen is this absolute gem. The suspect is at large for now, but may be captured later. Maybe? I am a woman who has delivered hard-hitting news from war zones and during constitutional crises. Never in my entire career have I introduced uncertainty into a headline. We don't do maybe. We do confirmed or unconfirmed. We do facts. Maybe is what I say to myself when I am thinking about getting a side of fries after a long day at work, not when we're reporting on a fugitive. I stormed into the writer's room. "Which one of you wrote this?" I demanded. Not a single person looked at me. All eyes were glued to their screens. Total silence. Then, I saw it. Sitting on the shared table was a giant laminated document titled News Format Template, Pinoy-style. Final, PDF, Pinoy. I'd heard the word before. It means Filipino, right? My curiosity got the better of me. I clicked it open. What I saw inside was a rabbit hole of linguistic wonder. It was filled with phrases like, "As of now, authorities are still validating the validity." And this one, "We will update this as soon as possible." And my personal favorite, "Kindly be informed." Kindly? This wasn't journalism. This sounded like an email from a very polite customer support agent in Manila at 3 in the morning. The document was over 40 pages long. 40. At first, I thought it had to be a prank. A very elaborate, well-researched joke. But then I made the mistake of scrolling through our live stream comments during the broadcast, and that's when it all clicked. Comment after comment read, "That headline is so Filipino, I love it." Another one said, "Whoever wrote this obviously watches the same Tito memes I do." And this one stopped me in my tracks. "Our anchor sounds exactly like my English teacher back in Cebu." That's when the realization hit me like a ton of bricks. Filipino English wasn't invading our newsroom. It had already invaded. It was in our news websites, our article headlines, our TikTok scripts. Even the captions on Instagram reels covering serious political stories were now written in what I was starting to call Pinoy English. So I did what any sleep-deprived female journalist with enough iced coffee and emotional battle scars would do. I investigated. I started digging. And what I found was staggering. Over 1.5 million Filipinos work in outsourcing jobs that are directly connected to media, marketing, and content creation. They write scripts, they edit blogs, they caption our videos, they fact-check news alerts, all while most of America is sound asleep. And here's the kicker. They're really, really good at English. Like, casually edit your LinkedIn bio for you while cooking a perfect pot of adobo. Good. Suddenly, everything started making sense. All those phrases that had been driving me crazy weren't just quirks. Why so sad? Instead of, why are you sad? It's hot today, no? Instead of, isn't it? And my favorite, the driver is missing but will return later. These didn't feel like mistakes anymore. They felt like identity. It was language with personality. I hated to admit it, but after a few weeks of this new style, something crazy happened. Our ratings went up. Not just a little bit. A lot. People were writing in, saying our news felt more human, more casual, and get this, less stressful. Our viewers loved the tone. They said it felt like a friend was personally explaining the world to them, instead of a robot screaming breaking news at them every 30 seconds. And then, the day came that sealed the deal for me. During our morning production meeting, I was laying out the plan. I said to my team, we need to improve the tone of our reporting. Make it more consistent, okay? One of my producers, a woman from rural Ohio, pure Midwest, born and raised her hand and said, with a perfectly straight face, "So, parang same lang?" I froze. A woman who probably thinks a jeepney is a type of car just dropped a perfect parang. And the craziest part? Everyone in the room nodded. They all understood her. That's when I knew. It wasn't a mistake. It was a takeover. A friendly, polite, but undeniable takeover. Now, our newsroom has been officially Filipino-fied. Every single script ends with, "For now, this is our report." Every meeting has at least one person saying, "Okay lang yan," which I've learned means, "It's okay." Even I, the hardened news veteran, now find myself saying "due to" instead of "because." It just sounds nicer. Yesterday, I got an email from our big boss, the CEO in New York. He wrote, and I quote, "Why are we saying, 'for a while,' before every commercial break?" I took a deep breath, typed my response, and hit send. "Kindly wait, sir. I will revert." He still hasn't responded. I think he's at home, emotionally recovering. But the truth is right here in front of us. The Philippines didn't just export incredible nurses and powerhouse singers. They exported customer service English. They exported YouTube narration voice. They exported the most soothing, non-threatening version of the English language in history. And honestly, I love it. It's confident but never loud. It's polite but never cold. It's funny but never annoying. It's English, just chill. Sometimes I wonder, maybe the Philippines didn't just send its labor overseas. Maybe they sent their linguistic DNA. One day, the dictionary might actually define words like kilig, bahala na, or the ultimate sana all. And when it does, I'll be right here, in this newsroom, still waiting for my coffee and saying to my producers, "Let us monitor this for now." Because somewhere in Manila, a writer is probably working on tomorrow's headlines at this very moment. And if they write, "Breaking news! America is now under new management. Kindly stay tuned," I won't even be surprised. In fact, they probably already did. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this little peek into my world, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next report. See you next time.